Good morning. It's Friday morning, May 1st, 2026, and it's time for your morning walk with me, Sophronia. I am in Holland, Michigan, which means there are tulips all over the place. It is tulip time. Today is the first day of the festival here in Holland, and there are gorgeous tulips all over the place, and I'm excited to be here for it. Actually, I've been here at the Western Theological Seminary with their Doctor of Ministry cohort focused on the art of sacred writing. And we've been having conversations about spiritual writing. And one of the things we talked about actually connects with a conversation I had with a friend recently. We were talking about the importance of attention, of simply paying attention to the ebbs and flows of your life, of your thought process, of thinking and praying in ways that you may not even have noticed because you're not paying attention to what's going on inside of you. I'm going to give you a look at some tulips as I walk around here. So, how can you describe a spiritual experience if you didn't notice it in the first place? If you didn't notice that a prayer was answered? Or maybe you noticed it and then just said, oh, that's great, and went on with your life. The conversation I was having with my friend was about the difference between understanding something that you're supposed to do and then actually doing it. So she was trying to let go of some thinking that was really connected to her ego, of feeling like, I'm supposed to be at a certain point in my work and being frustrated with that. And she recognizes that this thinking wasn't serving her and that this is very much ego. And she knows, I'm not supposed to be thinking this way. I need to put this down, but she can't do it. And she was asking me about this. And I was saying to her, and this is kind of hard to explain, I said, the thing that helps us to do the hard stuff is the feeling that we get when we've actually put the hard thing down. So if you're carrying a certain amount of baggage, if you, it's like forgiveness, right? If you're not forgiving someone, it's like these heavy suitcases that you're carrying around. And you know you're supposed to forgive, and you know that forgiveness is a good thing, but in your heart you can't get yourself there. And you won't recognize the benefit of it until you put those suitcases down and you feel the lightness and the life and the light that has come from doing that. And connecting that to what we were talking about in the seminary, you have to notice that feeling. You have to notice relief when it comes, because how else will you appreciate it, want to protect that feeling, want to move forward with it? That's the feeling that will keep you from coming out of your head and not going back to that again. It's like, I want to keep feeling good. So I'm going to pay attention to this feeling. I'm going to nurture it. And I'm not going to let my head wander back into the helplessness and the ego. Now, does that mean you'll never go there again? No. But it does mean that you're going to recognize it and you're going to know the feeling of how to step back from it. Right? You're going to have some help there in your arsenal, and it comes from within you. We were talking about the Screw Tape Letters, the C.S. Lewis book, and how the one demon is being mentored in how to, trip up trip up the human race. And one of the things they talk about is how you have to keep the noise going so that they can't hear the voice of the divine. And I'm thinking that that's what keeps us from paying attention to our inner lives, is that we have all of this business, we have all of this stuff going on. And it keeps us not only from paying attention to what's happening within us, it keeps us from recognizing the divine at work in our lives. We are too busy, we're too chaotic, we are too tied up in the thing to recognize that we're able to let go of certain things. Now, I know that that may seem very abstract, but I guarantee you, once you've done it, once you've put those heavy bags down, you will recognize what I'm talking about. I'm going to keep walking and looking at tulips. If you want to continue the conversation, we can do that. That's the wonderful thing about Substack. I will talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.